everybody.
Hi,
Happy
everybody.
Friday.
Sorry about
Why?
Wednesday, but you know how we get chit chatting.
Just because it's Friday.
Just because.
Just that's the best kind of reason to do anything. Just because.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
Turn it down.
Well, thank y'all for coming. I didn't know if anybody's gonna
Yeah.
show up or not. We got Plucky and Lisa and Scorpio Mama Serena and Amy and look, Heather's in the
Sierra.
chat
There's a new name to me. Oh, I thought
and
okay, I got an echo going. Do you have an extra window open? I do,
no,
but my volume's all the way down.
no, I don't. I mean it's on the other computer, but it's muted.
Yeah, mine too. Oh, is it
So
gone now? Oh, it's gone now.
yeah, I don't hear it. Okay. And
Yay. Hi, Rose
oh,
Blue.
there's
Arwen
one
the
of my
Gray.
students. Hi, Sierra. She's here.
Yep.
And she works for me at school. She's one
Oh,
of my student workers. And I love her
that's
to death.
sweet.
She's so sweet.
And Cat
And
Mama.
Cat
Cat
Mama's
Mama.
here, and Kathy G, and Arwen the Gray, Rose
Oh,
Blue. Wow, we got a bunch of y'all in.
yeah. Son of
Not
what?
a lot.
Hello.
There you are. I was wondering if you were going to show up. I sat out on my patio at 5 o'clock this morning for my first cigarette and cup of coffee of the day, and I thought I'll pull out the phone and I'll just tell everybody, "Hey, I'm going to pop on tonight." And didn't
Hi,
realize
Amy
until
and
after I
Sierra.
loaded it that you can't really see me. It's so dark. I said the best lighting possible for me.
Yeah.
I'm almost
Oh,
completely blacked out.
stop.
All you see is the Mardi Gras lights on behind me.
Put that here aside. So isn't it
Oh,
nice when you
two
have your regulars
twisters in
popping in?
Mississippi. Is that North Mississippi or South Mississippi, Rose?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm in South Louisiana. So we have bad weather coming, but the
Yeah.
worst of it is supposed to be north of us. Not we're just going to get winds and rain.
Yeah, so sending
Um,
lots of protective love and light to Lisa, you know,
yeah,
to
all
Mark
our
the
buddies that
Whisperer,
live up in Kentucky and
Gerald.
Tennessee and
Yeah.
all that area. Hi, Lauren.
Hi,
Um,
Lauren.
but I just had a bug to come online, and so I was talking to Heather and said, "What you doing tomorrow night?
Me? Well, gee, let
let's
me
let's
think.
do a
What's my
show."
schedule? Nothing.
just because it just felt like it. It's like we
Because
haven't read together in so long. So,
oh yes, we have. We read
oh,
a
I
week.
mean,
Well, yeah, last week, and then we were on Wednesday.
yeah, but we don't read yet on Wednesdays. I think we're going to do a show
Sometimes we
coming up
do.
soon. Coming up soon, I think we're going to do a show where we read. Y'all, pardon the mess behind me, but it's Friday. It
Oh,
was the day
oh,
from hell for me because I had to
oh.
play. I had to play hostess all day, which I hate to do. And
But you're so
you
good
can
at
ask
it.
Sierra; she heard me bitching about it all day. Um,
Oh, what,
and
Shari? Bitchin'? Nah,
but
not with that sweet Southern
oh no,
hospitality.
honey, get me going. I'll make a sailor blush. Um, and
Colorful foresight. Hello. Yeah, my hair has grown.
hi,
Yes,
hi, Sylvia. Yeah,
it's taken longer than I like, but it's getting there.
we're finally doing interviews for faculty candidates, and so our
Whew,
third
put my fan
person,
on.
our third person this week came in today, and so it's been the third lunch I've had to host this week. Where
Wow.
at least the people we buy the food from deliver, and it's the owner of the little deli mom and pop place. They've been there forever and ever and ever. They make the best damn po' boys in town, especially their shrimp po' boys. Everybody loves them.
I
And
love what
so
Plucky Heroin said. No need to apologize, Sherry. I call CSI when I need my house cleaned.
I'm afraid they would take
Nice.
one look at my house and go, no, call hazmat.
Yeah. That's
With
funny.
2 dogs and a cat near, yeah, it can get pretty bad.
Oh my
I
goodness.
have got to sweep and mop tomorrow. It's like the floors are just
Yeah,
horrible.
but I'm sure your floor isn't as bad as the one out in my building.
Probably not.
Oh, y'all.
Oh my God.
Another fight this
But
morning. 5 o'clock,
yeah,
going
so
to
we've been
7.
playing hostess all week we had 3 candidates come in this week for interviews. That they fly them in and they come in and do presentations. And I guess when you interview at that level, you get treated a little differently. That you get
Mm-hmm.
flown to the place where you're going to maybe get a job with, and they put you
Yeah.
up in a hotel and they feed you and so it's kind of
The
nice. Hi,
VIP
honey.
treatment.
Hi, Barb. And
And Viviani.
I missed Biden's speech today, Barb. I didn't get to see it. I
Mm,
got it saved on in my queue, so I'll probably watch it later. Um, but I didn't see it. I know I posted something on Facebook earlier, and one of my cousins was like, "Well, if Biden would quit spending money," and I'm like, "You do realize that the debt ceiling is paying off money that was spent from the last administration. It's not paying off the new money being earmarked to be spent with this administration. It's 2 different things.
yeah, well, one of
Y'all
the
need
things
to
I
get
heard
your
was
facts
very
straight.
obama.
So
Obama was
yeah,
going around and bailing out those banks, and the banks never paid back. So
no.
um,
And Biden told them,
that upsets me
"Suck it
still.
up, Buttercup. I'm not bailing you." Biden told them no. They came to him for a handout when that bank in California folded. He said, "Nope,
Good.
you got to bail out
That's
12
what
years
Obama
ago."
should have done. I mean,
Yeah,
I love Obama, but he made some pretty funny to
he,
me.
he was
Yeah.
he was so busy trying to just get everybody to work together that he
Yeah.
kind of had blinders on when it came to
Mm,
just how cutthroat the other side was willing to be with him.
yeah.
And so yeah, so
People just got to learn how to get along and just work together. Get out
well,
of
and
their.
it's like I
Pull
explained
their
to one
heads
of
out
my
of their asses and out their opinions and just work
well, it's
like they're
like I
supposed
explained to
to.
one of my nephews who is
That's
from
why I don't follow
Mississippi
politics.
and is very right wing, and we would get into some very heated discussions online sometimes.
Mm.
And
Oh yeah.
and one day he kind of like started hitting below the belt, and I put up the stop sign. I said, "Stop." I said, "We can argue till the cows come home politically." I said, "But it's not personal." I said, "You're still my nephew. I still love you. That will never change." I said, "I may not
There's a
think quite
line I have to
highly of
draw.
you, but I said, if nothing else, we can agree to disagree
Hmm.
and walk away from the
And then leave it at
conversation
that.
and just leave it at that. Just know I see it this way, you see it that way. We just don't meet." And he came
Hi
back. He said,
Jay.
"You're right." He says, "You're absolutely right." Hi, Jamie. Hi, Richie.
Hey Richie.
Uh,
I
uh,
saw you earlier, but I couldn't stay for
yeah, I did
Yesterday's
too,
live
but I
with
couldn't get in.
Kevin.
Um,
Yeah,
but
Richie's been coming up with some really good questions.
yes, he has.
Philosophical thinking
Yeah,
questions.
I don't know
I've
if
seen
I'm in the
some.
mood for that tonight.
Well, after the Y
This
files
is
last
Friday
night,
night.
I
This
couldn't
is
follow. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to watch that again. If y'all
I
never heard of the Y files,
that
it's a
blew
great
my
channel.
mind the other night when I watched that.
And
I was like, "Holy crap!" Talk about
AJ
going
does an
down the rabbit
incredible
hole.
job going and researching these different topics and subject matter. And he's got a sidekick, which is a talking goldfish named Hecklefish. People are probably saying, "What the hell are you talking about?" You just have to go the Y files, check out one of the videos. They're well done. He's
He
excellent.
does
It's
a really
funny
good
as
job
hell.
of backing up. I like the
Everything.
way he'll do some of his shows where he'll present everything as as if it's gospel truth.
And then
And then
he'll,
he'll turn around halfway through and say, "But now, this is what this group is saying, but here's the facts."
this is what you could be debunked. Yeah.
And he will tear every single mark down with a
He
fact.
wasn't thrilled that I had a tarot channel.
Yeah,
I don't think he's into
So,
tarot and stuff. He's like, oh, he goes, so that's that kind of channel. Okay, I know who
but
you
then,
are.
but
And I
then,
was
like
like,
a week
what?
or
And then I
two
lost like
later,
20 subscribers after I
yeah, it's
bought
like a
them.
week or two later, he was making jokes about, well, you should go get your fortune read or something to somebody
I
that
know
said
he
something,
just.
and it wasn't said in a snarky way. He was saying it like
So
in
it
a
goes back and forth. I
fun
think he
way.
wants,
So
just
I
in
think it
case.
just kind of depends on his mood for the night, and
But it
we
was
all
so weird. That night after he gave me that shout out, I jumped 20 subscribers, and within 2 days,
they were all
oh,
gone.
Arwen, great. Thank you for subscribing. 2 days later, I was back down to, 501. I was like, no, I was just at 520.
I know I was
That's all
over
right.
1,300. Now I'm back down to 1,280 something. So
But,
it goes up and down.
I'm okay with that because for me,
You
it's
know,
the
I
quality
am
of the
too.
people
I am
that
too because
come
I
in.
was like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and make myself crazy over 10 subscribers that go up and back and
Yeah.
forth. Okay,
Okay, Rose
fine.
Blue, who is this? I think you might be referring to AJ.
AJ
AJ has a
is the
channel,
host of a show called on YouTube. His channel is The Y Files. W H
WHY.
Y Files. Um, and
He
usually the
covers,
monogram they use is a big WF with a question mark.
like,
But
what the fuck,
it's yeah, like what
basically.
the fuck, man.
And he's got a
Um,
talking sidekick goldfish
yeah,
named Hecklefish.
yeah,
It's
it's
funny. It's well done, well researched.
yes.
But Hecklefish,
He's
it's
enjoyable to watch, and
this is people.
his shows never run more than 30, 35 minutes.
Sometimes even less than that. He's been on for about a
Yeah,
year.
it just depends. But he's funny and
He covers paranormal. He
he
covers
covers like
governmental.
just weird out there kind of crap. Like most people would hear and immediately think that's a bunch of BS. I mean,
Yeah,
and then if you think about it again, it's like, well, maybe that is possible. I haven't really
yeah.
thought about that.
It's nice how he presents both
That kind of
sides to
topic,
everything.
it just he pulls
And
some
it's fun.
really out there stuff. I mean, there's some of his stuff I've watched and I've just sat and said, really. And
Did
then
you
he
see the
pulls
Emerald tablets when he
I
discussed the
I
Emerald?
didn't I saw part of that one. I
I
didn't
have to
see
send
all
that
of
to
it.
Ivana at some point, see what she
Yeah.
thinks. But yeah, yeah, he
And
covers everything. He tries to avoid like a lot of mainstream. Like if people keep saying, "Well, do this, do that," and he's like, "Well, a lot of other people have done that. I don't know what something new I
hi
can bring to it."
Shockwave.
So he
Sylvia,
likes to.
it is very benevolent in nature and pops. He doesn't do
Yeah.
negative or
Oh
ugly or
no, no,
mean
no,
stuff
no.
at all. He doesn't approach it. I mean, if he covers a topic that he doesn't maybe agree with or that he's found proof is actually a load of BS, he'll go ahead and present it as the topic of this is what we're talking about and these are the facts that these people say they have, and then he'll turn around and say, now when I researched it, this is what I found, and he'll go through every point. And but he doesn't do it. There you go, that's it right there.
The
So
Y files.
I guess I'll have to put a hashtag for him since we're plugging them.
Yeah. The
But
the gateway process. You're going to need a
yeah,
couple brain buckets like Hecklefish needed. But
yeah,
he's done with CIA recording yourself and doing astral UFOs,
well, yeah, because they
Tesla's most
started out talking
destructive
about
weapon.
remote viewing. And I
Yeah, all
know that
different
remote
kinds.
viewing is real. I know people who do it. I don't. I don't even know how to begin,
Simulation.
you know. But
Nikola
I know
Tesla.
that there's a couple of people in our community who actually do remote viewing for the government. They've said that, and that's all that they've been able to say. And they can't say anything else because they're under contract. And
Hmm.
it's like, that's pretty damn amazing because first time I ever heard of any of that was when I saw the movie Men Who Stare at Goats with
Oh, I still want to
George
see that.
Clooney.
That looked
You know,
hysterical.
of course, anything with George Clooney, I'm going to watch, but kind of like Linda G with Gerard Butler.
Oh yeah.
I'm like that with George Clooney.
That's why I had fun with my thumbnail with Linda G putting Gerard
Yeah.
Butler's face on there going, "Hey girl, hey." I mean, she loved it. So I
Oh
love it,
yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a trip. And she
Oh,
gave
well,
you a shout
Rose,
out
Texas
too.
very well may try to put a succession vote on their ballot. But what they don't realize is that after the Civil War, they made it illegal for a state to secede from the nation. And whoever is running that state, if they're backing it, this is from what it's been explained to me, that's a federal offense. You're talking about people could be hauled off to jail just for attempting to do it because it's
And yet
illegal
there's
now.
all of them are still walking around free. That's why I don't watch the news. That's why I don't get my hopes up. I
You
don't
know,
get
the only thing that
excited.
upsets me
I
is that
just
you have red states that scream and yell about giving all this money to poor people and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, do you realize that your state wouldn't even function if it wasn't for the blue states that pay all their taxes?
yeah.
Because the red states don't, they take in money from the government, where blue states put out money to the
New
government.
York is blue, but I live
And
in a
it's
very
just,
red
yeah,
area.
it's just statistically, the statistics are there. You can look at the numbers don't lie. Um,
There's a guy that's got
and
a Trump 2024 flag down the street from me,
oh,
along with another one with his picture on, and I'm like, ew, dude, come on.
well,
You
I'm
know, but I
sorry.
love and light,
I
you
hate to
know,
burst anybody's bubble, but according to the Constitution, he's not eligible to run again
because he's under
because he committed
investigation.
sedition and
Well, he hasn't
led an
been,
insurrection. And I mean, if
well,
the
he hasn't been
Constitution
charged yet.
had not been amended, it would be a death sentence. That was the original punishment for that, was firing squad,
Ooh,
you know.
ouch.
Um,
Yeah.
so or hanging. I don't know what they would have chosen to do, but that was the original punishment
Well, they
for
want to keep the Second Amendment, as it was written in 1776. Well, if any of y'all are found, guilty of treason, and you want to stick to 1776 too, go right ahead. You want to be put in front of a firing squad, go
yeah,
right ahead. YouTube
yeah.
entertainment purposes only.
Thank you,
This is
Rose.
pretty
Yep, that's it.
expensive.
I knew it was 14th, but I couldn't remember the number, the thing on it.
That's why I don't get
But
into politics. I don't
yeah,
like politics.
I don't get into it very much
But you would be like a good
because of
like
the simple
assembly
fact
person or
that
something in
I don't
government.
get into it very much simply because I am very set in my views. I'm very liberal in my views, and I will gladly have an argument with you about my views. And unless I have political readers that come on that's all they do, I kind of stay away from it just because it can just make the energy really icky feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But you'd
even
be
on
good on
those
it.
that
Me, I just
even on those
one of
that
those.
are on the same side, it can still get really icky feeling because then you're going to
Mm,
argue about, well, which way is the right way to deal with this? It's like, come on,
yeah.
grow up, become an adult.
Oh, poor
It's
Arwen.
all,
I feel so bad for you. He says there's Trump flags everywhere. You can't go anywhere, even to the store, without seeing 10 or 12 of them.
Arwen,
Yeah,
honey,
I've got people that drive
I live
around
in
with Biden
Louisiana.
flags on their trucks. So, you
I live
know,
in Louisiana, and the front runner for the new governor, because we've got elections for the governor coming up in 24. Our front runner is the current attorney general, who is an avid Trumper and was like one of the first five that signed on to the whatever lawsuit thing they were doing right after the election to try to say
what's
that
his name?
Landry, his last name is Landry.
Landry, and he's going for governor again, you said?
Yeah, he's running for governor. No, he's not. Again, he's been the attorney general.
Oh, attorney
We
general.
have a Democratic
And now
governor
and now he
that we've
wants
had for the
governor.
last 8 years, but we have 2 terms only. We have term limits in Louisiana, so he can't run again. Um, he's a Democrat, but he's a very conservative, very Catholic Democrat. So there's a lot of stuff he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
I
See,
don't.
it doesn't matter what
Yeah. Um,
it's the
So
person. They're very good
I mean,
Republicans
you
and really lousy
and
Democrats.
the
Like
Louisiana
in
state
cinema.
legislature just
Hi, Tammy.
gained. Oh, hi, Tammy. The Louisiana state legislature just gained enough people, and there was a couple of extra elections we had to have the last few months. They now have supermajority in the state legislature, and it's like, oh, isn't that wonderful? So,
Really quick, Rose Blue was asking what county your nephew was in because she's watching the news. I guess for the weather,
oh,
for the tornadoes.
well, they're all down in South Mississippi, so I'm not too worried about them. Um, uh, and then I have cousins that are over west of me, between me and Texas. They got hit by two hurricanes the last couple of years. They don't need anything else hitting them.
No,
And
I couldn't live like that.
over in Lake Charles, I'm in Lafayette, which I'm roughly 3 miles from the swamp. That's the beautiful picture you see in the background. Um, the Atchafalaya, which is the largest land-based swamp in the continental U.S. It's an over 18-mile bridge to cross it.
I've seen
Um,
pictures of it and videos
yeah,
of it. Yeah,
it's beautiful and it's terrifying all at the same time. Um, I love
and
to
me don't
drive
like
over it.
alligators.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love to drive over it like at dusk, is it just as it's getting dark or early in the morning, just as the lights coming up, just because of the way the swamp looks.
mm,
It just has that kind of ethereal feel to it when you in that light. I wouldn't want to have to go trudging around in it at that time. I damn
yeah,
sure wouldn't want to be in the water in it because there's
yeah.
things in
I
there
think
that
there
will
was a
eat
really
you.
bad airplane
But
crash about 20 or 30 years. No, about
yeah, we had
long time. Yeah, that crashed in
when
there.
Hurricane Andrew went across Florida, however many 20 years ago, whenever it was, 30 years ago, when Hurricane Andrew went across Florida and wiped out one whole section because it was a Cat 5 and it went into the Gulf, it came straight up and headed right for us. And it literally went in at the mouth of the Atchafalaya, and the eye of the hurricane went straight up the swamp. And when they finally opened the roads back up to go travel back across, it was the weirdest looking thing I'd ever seen because all of these trees, everything was looked like a bomb had blown up. Everything
Everything
was
was
laid
flattened.
flat. It was just flattened. And I've seen that with other hurricanes. I've grown up in the South. I've been on the Gulf Coast my whole life, with the exception of a 10-year stint in the desert. Um, you kind of get used to it. You don't even really think about it. They say a hurricane's coming, and people down here are like, oh, yeah, okay, let's go get water and batteries. And I guess we'll go get some sandbags. And, it's like so nonchalant that,
Yeah,
people don't freak out about it. Like, I
like
have
us
friends
with the
and stuff
snowstorms
who
up
don't
here.
live
Yeah,
down here. My phone starts blowing up with, oh my God, you got to leave. You got to, it's like, where am I going to go? If it hits, it hits. I've never left for a hurricane. Knock on wood. I've never left for.
oh,
I've always ridden it out. I've
well,
been
just be
lucky.
careful.
I've been through three Cat 5s. I've I've rode. First hurricane I ever went through was 1969 when Hurricane Camille hit, and that was a Cat 5, and she wiped out most
Yeah,
of
but don't push your luck.
coastal Mississippi.
We
And we
want
had
you with
just.
us for a long time.
I don't think I'm going to go that way. So, but yeah, I mean, the swamp has it has its beauty in its spookiness, I guess, or in kind of
Hmm.
the creepiness of it, because you have, like you could see in the pictures in the background, you have all the crepe myrtles and all those uh, uh, cypress trees and stuff that grow in the swamp, and you get all that moss that
It's beautiful.
hangs down, and it's beautiful. You don't want to go getting yourself wrapped up in that because snakes live in the moss as well.
Oh God,
as well as
thank you.
ticks and lice and all kinds of other stuff. So
You know,
you
at
don't
this point, I'm
really,
coming to visit Sherry. I don't know.
we don't go in the swamp. I just live
Keep me
next to
away
the
from the
swamp.
swamp.
The closest
Don't do the
swamp I
swamp.
the closest swamp I go to,
Oh, no
Pegasus has seen
snakes.
when she came down and visited
No
me,
snakes.
and that's the swamp we have on campus. And that's a man-made swamp. It's confined. Yes, we have our own alligators.
I was
That's
gonna
another
say you
story.
almost lost your purse to an alligator. I mean,
I won.
you won.
He just got
Well,
the
he
handle. I
got the
got the purse.
straps.
He got
Yeah,
the strap. I got the purse. That's all that counts.
it was a tie.
Um, so I was bound and determined. By golly, you're not taking my purse. That's for damn sure.
No.
Um, so I mean,
Yeah, a lot of
it's
history down
it's much
there.
like y'all do with snowstorms that are coming.
Yeah,
I watch
people are all
that
like,
news and
"Oh
I
my
think,
God,
oh
Heather,
my
are you
God, what
okay?
are
Are
they
you
going to do?
okay?"
How do you survive that? And yet,
Same way we
people
always
like
have.
you and other friends and family I have that live up north are like, no big deal. Oh, you do this, do that, you're fine. It's like, oh, okay. It just
Yeah,
depends
but we
on
don't have
what
to worry
you're.
about really a snowstorm coming and flattening our houses and stuff and whatnot, like tornadoes and hurricanes. So
Well,
I
and
will prefer
normally we
staying where
don't
there's
really.
snow compared to
We used to not
having to
ever
worry
really
about
get
that.
tornadoes here in my area where I'm at. Um, the closer to the coast you get, the less
Mm.
the weather systems are right for it. Used to be we hardly the only time we got worried about tornadoes was when a hurricane was hitting
Hmm.
because they will produce tornadoes because
Yeah.
of the wind and all of that. And with climate change and the way things have been shifting, Tornado Alley is not so much Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, all that area.
It's
It's
now a
like
freeway.
it's now shifted south, and
It's a
it's
much bigger
it's
too.
Texas and Oklahoma, and it's Louisiana, and it's
And we get them in
Mississippi, and
southern New York too, right below us. Down in
yeah.
the south towns,
I
the
mean,
borderline between New York and
the northern
Pennsylvania.
part of the coastal states would deal with it, but very rarely would come down this low, just because we're at sea level or below, and depending on how the ground goes, and it's just the way the weather systems work
Well,
down
we lived
there.
in when we were living in New Hampshire briefly in the summer of 2008. Now, New Hampshire up there, they never get tornadoes. We were there for 2 weeks. One touchdown, like 2 miles from us, missed us just by
Yeah,
that much out of
yeah,
nowhere. One person did get killed, a grandmother protecting her grandbaby. That was really sad. And when you went through, it was just like I was cleaning. The sky went this really funky color. And I'm like, honey, I don't like this. And next thing we know, we hear on the news a tornado touchdown like 2 or 3 miles from us,
yeah,
cut a whole path. We saw it, and a poor grandmother lost her life protecting her grandbabe, and it was unheard of. And this is
yeah.
2009, so
Well, that's it.
weather
Now
patterns are
you're
changing.
getting tornadoes now that are hitting areas that rarely, if ever got tornadoes. And
Yep.
that's what's making it so dangerous. And of course, you have more cities, you have more populations,
What?
more subdivisions and stuff that are now up. And so, whereas they used to hit nothing but empty fields, and it was just a farmer that would be pissed off because his corn got ripped out of the ground. Now you've
Oh
got
my
two or three
God.
subdivisions that everything gets ripped out of the ground. So, hi, C. Torino. So it's
Hello.
makes it a little different.
And Muzzy says hello to everybody too. Says hi everyone in
Yeah,
chat. Say
Mozzie was
hi.
the one that was reacting to Menu meowing.
Oh yeah, Sherry didn't know I was backstage, and she had her microphone on, and we're sitting here all of a sudden, meow, meow, meow. And Mozzie's like, I hear another cat.
It was my cat. He just couldn't see her because
Yeah.
she was up here in front of the camera. If I'd had my camera on, y'all would have seen her and he could have talked to her. But she was up here digging around. So
Yeah, and I heard her. You put nope, not no, ma'am, not tonight. That was so cute. Saying no, ma'am, to a
the
kitty.
minute I take the cards out, it's like she knows.
Yep, he does too.
Mama's going to do something in front of the camera. Now's my
Hmm.
time. Let's go jump up and see if we can knock everything on the ground. Something about cats and knocking everything down. Um, but hi, sweetie pie. But and of course
Yeah. The
the
other one
dog.
doesn't bother.
I don't think you can even see him. You barely see the black.
Oh yeah.
He's like half under my pillow in the covers, so he's buried in the bed.
Somebody was live the other day, and you could hear their dog snore. Oh, it was Rain, Spiritual Rain. She did a recording, and she's doing her little morning, and you could hear her dogs, Jack and the other one. I can't think of the name, and you could hear them snoring on the video. It was hysterical. It was so cute. I was like, I
When
was
I was a
wondering who that
little
was.
girl,
Hi,
hi Allison.
Allison.
When I was a little girl, I had
The girl's here.
we had a Boston Terrier, and that dog snored so loud it would rattle the window panes. It would wake everybody in the house up. He snored so loud, and
My other cat,
so
Ziva, really snores. It's so cute when
yeah.
she does, though. But yeah,
Now Minu doesn't. If she does snore, I've never heard her. So Kane will sometimes snore. The little dog, the big dog, I don't know. He sleeps with my brother, so I don't know what he does at night. But
I miss my pups.
all I know is if I don't get him out the door early enough in the morning, he leaves deposits in the dining room. So
Oh, he leaves little love reminders that
oh,
mommy,
not little.
you gotta get up
He's
early.
a big dog. He leaves big deposits. The
That's
little dog leaves little deposits. The other dog leaves big deposits. And it's like when you haven't had your
if they're
coffee
not
yet,
cash deposits, I don't want them.
yeah, well, and when you haven't had your coffee yet and you're not awake, believe me,
Oh, and you
yeah,
don't
you
see it
don't want to have
coming,
to
and you
deal with
see
that.
I'll be going quiet, Heather. You're going gross.
Oh, I've had mornings
Sherry's.
where I didn't open my eyes well enough and stepped in it and talk about
Yeah.
get pissed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's when I could not only make a sailor blush, but put him to shame.
Allison said that that's her favorite breed. She has two Boston Terriers. They both live to be
Yeah,
15. Wow.
his
Yeah.
name was Tuffy, and he was black and white, and that was my baby. When I was little, when my grandparent, it was actually my grandparents' dog.
Hmm.
When they bought him, he was so small that he fit into their hand. They had to get a
Wow.
special baby crib to keep him in, to keep people from stepping on him because he was so little. And then
Oh,
I
little
came
runt.
along, and he became my dog at that point. And so we
Romeo. Oh,
did
how cute.
we did everything together. His name was Tuffy, and that was my first
Allison's
dog.
was Romeo. That's such a
And
cute name.
yeah, that's a good name. A very loud
You are
snorer.
not a
See another
Romeo.
snorer.
Yeah.
And since then
My Piper was a
we've had
snore.
mutts, we've had cocker
Did we share Piper
spaniels,
and Lulu?
we've had uh, well the little one now he's a dorky, he's a dachshund and Yorkie mix, and
He's
then
a
we got the big
dorky.
one, dorky. That's what they call them. Um, and then there's the big one. He's a lab mutt mix,
Stop
and
it.
let me see here. I might
I'm
can
trying
share
to find.
some
I
pictures.
thought I had. I know. I went to go pull, and my Piper's not in here.
And
What happened to my Piper? Oh, I'll have to do it this way. Okay, so that was my Piper. Oh, Mozzie. That was my Piper. She was a
oh my
Chow
goodness.
Shepherd Coyote mix from Arizona. That was my Howie, my little Norwegian mix, my little fur
Yep.
ball. And that was my Lilu. She was a little Whippet mix, and she was my little rescue too. So I
Oh
miss
wow.
my babies. And for
Well,
people who never see
let me
Ziva,
see if I can actually share this.
and
I'm
this is
gonna
the other cat that I
try.
still have, but she doesn't like being on camera like Mozzie does.
I may not. Let me see if I can share this. I can try. Um,
Excuse you. Hello. No, I don't think so. This is not the Mozzie show. I'm the guest, not you.
okay,
Come on,
that
get
one's not
down.
gonna work. Wait.
No, don't show them
Y'all
his
bear
bad
with
butt.
me. I know we're just rambling tonight. Y'all just
And my
deal.
cat's showing his butt to everybody. Come on.
Oh, let's see.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Sorry about that, everybody. I didn't know he was going to jump up there.
Yeah, that's
I should
cool.
have known better.
Yeah, no, I don't want the tab. I don't want the tab.
Yeah, Aries, she was something else. Let me tell you. Talk about
Uh,
one track mind. She was an alpha female. Anywhere, even to us, she would try to hump us, and we would have to occasionally remind her that no, we are the alpha, not you. And yeah, sometimes we weren't appreciated at dog parks because she wanted to
oh my goodness.
exude her alpha femaleness. But she
Let
was a
me
sweetheart, though.
see. Yeah, I think I might have some pictures I can share
Um,
of the doggies.
I know, Allison. That was my Lilu. I still feel such pain when I think of her, and I sometimes dream she comes to me in dreams. Howie and Piper occasionally come by and say hi, but occasionally I'll have a dream where I can pet her, but it's so quick, and when I wake up and it's so sad because she's not there. So yeah,
Yeah, that makes it
she was my
hard.
special
Um,
because she was abused and stuff. She went through a really rough life before I adopted her
no,
at the shelter I worked at. So,
I was never a real big cat person. I mean, I always liked
oh, I
cats.
love kitties.
I didn't have anything against them, but we just always had dogs growing up.
Hmm.
And so I was never really a cat person until I was given let's see, until I was given my cat from my aunt back in the day. And uh
Excuse me for a second. I gotta
yeah, let's see
time
if
for
I
the
can
nighttime meds.
see. Okay, I got that one, and let me see if I can. Here we go. This my phone's going to be tripping out on me here.
See, I love talking about fur babies over politics any day.
Without a doubt.
They're so
Um,
angelic. The animals. They're precious beings. They really are.
well, and they certainly eat better than we do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let's see here if I can find. I'm looking for one more picture that I can move over so I can
Yeah. Yeah, Allison.
share
Sometimes we'll
screen.
feel like there's a dog or two. Sometimes I miss because Lilu, after Piper passed, Lilu would love to come, and because she was a whippet mix greyhound, we didn't know if exactly for sure which one, but she was she could stretch herself out, and she would find that little crevice between Shan and I, and she would grunt and groan if she couldn't get her way all the way up there, and then then once she got settled, she would grunt. She'd be like, "Mm." It was just, yeah. So
Let's see.
every now and then I'll feel what feels like a kitty cat jumping on because Howie was a Norwegian mix, and so he was more fluff than heft, and
Yeah.
so he was light. So every now and then I'll feel something light. I could swear it's I go, oh, is that that's not pipe, not excuse me, that's not Mozzie or Ziva, and then I'll be like, oh no, that must be Howie, and I'll say, hey Howie. Shannon will be like, hey, hey handsome boy, and then that'll be it. But that's what I look forward to when I pass. I hate to say it, but sometimes it's the pets before the parents or the loved ones that I want to see first.
Oh, he
You know.
most he yeah, our dogs most definitely get get much better care than we do. uh Come on,
Yeah,
damn it.
Amy has a kitty cat that's been gone for 12 years but still pops in. Yeah, I love the story when Linda G shared how her one dog just it was as if the dog was still alive. Her the spirit was that was that tangible, that solid, that just walked, and she was like, wait a minute, you're and then the puppy dog was gone. I'm like, oh, I wish I could see Lilu like that, or Piper again, or Howie. And my Yash, I mean, I've lost so many, but yeah, I'm just hoping that they're there waiting for me. You know, it's mommy,
Yeah,
it's
I hear
mommy.
you.
You know,
Let me see now if I did this right and I can
let's see. I'm just looking to see
get
if I miss
him. Da, da,
anybody.
da, da, da. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right. I think I got it figured out. Y'all bear with me here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're going to share a
Oh,
screen
Jamie still has
and
2 feet of snow. Jamie, I don't know what part
go
of
with.
it must be
Okay.
East Coast or Upper West Coast, but yeah,
Let me
the
see here.
Buffalo's gotten hit really hard. I'm up in the falls, so we've been very
Do
lucky.
this one. We're going to do
Oh,
this
look at the
one. And we're going to do this
look
one.
at that kitty. Oh,
Okay. Here's the one I was trying to show y'all. This was my cat Scuffy that I had for 16 years.
oh, Scuffy.
Scuffy, Scuffy. My aunt named him. And I got him when he was not even a year old yet. And I had him for 16 years. Hauled him back and forth across the country with me.
So
And
did
I don't know
Zoe.
why it won't let
Hmm.
me. Wait, let me try. Let me try
When
this.
I
Hang
moved from Buffalo to
on.
Arizona back in 2001, I drove across country by myself for the first time like that, and Howie went with me. So, yeah, and then when we came back, I mean, yeah, Howie was just like, God, guys, enough already. Just pick one place and stay there. Why don't you? But I saw a comment too that, oh yeah, call for force. I actually marked the animal whisperer. Actually, told me that Lilu was actually waiting to come back to me because we have such a strong bond. And I know I'm going to break up, but she's waiting till we get to a place where we're in our lives where we're able to have another dog. And he told me that she's waiting to come back to us.
Okay.
So
Can you see them? There they are. Okay.
I'm waiting for my
That's
baby.
that's Mr. Kane, the one on the left. He's the Dorky.
Oh,
And then it's not a very good picture of
Augustin's.
Pup Up because his face got cut off.
Aw.
Um, let me see.
That's why I love Canva. I was able to make my that pictures I was showing. That's a little collage. I just put my
There he
baby's
is. That's
pictures
Pup
in
Up.
there.
As you can
That
see,
is cute. I
he's
love the
just a
ears.
great big giant teddy bear.
Snugglebug.
Yep, a
He's a
big snuggle
snugglebug.
buddy. He's absolutely. Um, but anyway, so
Oh, Arwen, that's
show
wonderful.
and
Yeah, they'll
tell
come
time.
back to us.
Um, so anyway, yeah, so that's my babies. Yeah, my cat was orange. He was
I
kind of
had orange
more of an
kids.
amber colored than he was orange.
Hmm.
He was kind of a golden amber and white. He had the softest fur I've ever felt on any cat. Anybody, every vet that I ever took him to, that would be the first thing they would say. I have never felt a cat with fur this soft. What do you do? And I'm like, I don't do anything. It's just the way it is. Um,
Yeah,
but
after Mozzie had to have his teeth removed, they said give him what's really good for cats is baby food, like Gerber and stuff,
yeah,
because it's so high in protein. So they share a little jar in the morning between the two of them, and one in the evening along with their hard food. And I swear to God, since that their coats have become Mozzie's is thick and plush. Ziva has gone back more black fur. She's very more silky. She's soft,
I know
and
Kane
they
is.
play like kittens again, and they're like
Yeah,
12,
Kane was.
15.
He's losing his teeth. He's almost 11, or he's 11 years old now. So and he's starting to lose his teeth. So he can't chew the real crunchy food anymore. I have to get him softer
Yeah,
food to
he still does too without his teeth. He'll gum them, but
but
boy, what a difference in my cats with adding the
I
baby
remember
food.
you telling me about that.
The
Yeah,
turkey, chicken, the beef. We don't do the ham, but they absolutely just they lap it up. I mean, Ziva will wake Shan up between 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning whenever her tummy's the hungriest to tell him to give me my baby food. She'll take a
yeah.
couple licks of it and then she'll turn around and go back to bed.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Spoiled much?
Before we found Minu, or before she found us, um,
I love that name.
I had in the chat on Mark's channel, Spirit Whisperer,
Hmm.
and he was doing readings, and I said something, and I had asked him about, was did my cat Scuffy have anything, any messages for me,
Hmm.
or something? And he said, well, he just wanted to let you know that he'll be back soon, and
Yeah.
he's
That's what I
coming.
said
Just
about my
just
Lulu.
just hold tight. And I'm like, okay. I said we've been talking about going to the pound and seeing if there were any, cats that had been there too long that maybe we could get one. And he said, yeah, maybe there. He said, but no, he keeps showing me as a new kitten. And
And
so
then
I didn't
Manu
think anything
came.
about it. And then about 2 months later, my brother went outside to go make sure that the windows in the car were rolled up because it was getting ready to storm. And he heard this little mew, mew, mew. And he starts looking around, and she was under the car.
So
And
you
it was
think that's
starting to thunder
Scruffy?
and lightning outside, and she was freaking out. There was no mama cat, no, no,
Hi,
no
Jesri.
siblings, just her by herself. And so he picked her up and he brought her inside because it was getting ready to storm. And we couldn't find anybody to claim her. And after 3 days, we were like, okay, she's ours now. And I just decided to call her Minou, which is Cajun French for kitty cat.
So have you asked Mark if Manu is Scuffy?
Yeah, he
That
said. He
came.
said, yeah. He said she. He said that she wasn't Scuffy.
Oh.
She was Tuffy, my dog,
Oh,
a
so
Boston
the
Terrier.
dog came back as a cat.
Came back as Minou, and
So
that
it's not
she.
Scuffy. Okay.
And he said, yeah, she found you, didn't she? I said, yeah. I said, well, my brother found her outside. And he said, no, she went looking for y'all, and she found you. She was like,
So you're still
you
waiting for
know,
Scuffy to come back then?
yeah, yeah. He's not made it back
Wonderful.
yet, but
Now, do they
uh,
share the same traits that they had as the previous pet?
no, mine
Wow.
don't anyway. So.
No, you can't come up here.
Okay,
Nothing tonight. And it breaks my
well,
heart
now
because
that
he gets. Oh.
we've talked about
Oh, we're on
politics,
the power.
hurricanes, tornadoes, alligators, swamps, kitty cats, puppy
Cats
dogs.
and dogs.
Hi, Jess.
Yeah, Desiree popped in.
If anybody has a question or would like a card pulled for them, um, we're
Or we
good
can
to
just
go.
shuffle
Let's
and see what
just
comes up.
stick to something light, please. I don't want to do anything
No politics,
heavy
please.
tonight.
That's my request. But sometimes I just like to shuffle and see what card comes up and if it resonates.
Yeah, I got two new Oracle
I pulled out a
decks
couple old ones
I'm
I haven't
ready to
done in a
use.
while.
I got um the Rose Oracle, and I got
Oh my
uh
goodness, Sherry, look at with us talking about our pets. Look at that.
oh my goodness.
Exchanging gifts, and there's a kitty cat.
There you go.
So
I got
exchanging
the
gifts.
Rose Oracle, and I got the Oracle of the Seven Energies. So I got two new
Oh, you can't come up here. So that's wonderful. I love that. So exchanging gifts, exchanging stories about our pets, our babies.
Hi Jess,
And
I'm fine, Jess. Thanks for asking.
okay, Rose Blue
Yeah.
would like a
Yep,
card
I got her starred.
and colorful
Okay.
foresight.
And I got Sylvia starred.
Oh, so that's
Got
Sylvia. Okay.
Amy. I got Amy starred. Okay,
Let's
so we'll start with Rose since she was the first one.
see. Do we
A
want to use this?
card, please.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
sometimes
have my naughty
I
deck
can
too.
come up here.
So if a
Ooh,
little later y'all want to, get
what do you mean it's 11 o'clock
get
here?
launched, oh, it's 10 o'clock here. Okay. Well, in a little while, if y'all are decide that somebody wants a raunchy card, just say the
um,
word.
Jesri, Plucky, and Arwen also asked
Yep, I got
for a
them.
card.
Okay,
Okay.
in order, I've got Rose, I've got Sylvia, Colorful Foresight, I got Amy, Jess, Plucky, Shockwave, and Arwen the Gray.
Hmm.
Ah, Sylvia says you can use a naughty deck on me. Yeah, sometimes it's two or three cards. You're right.
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now. I always do cards usually in threes, but sometimes it's just two, and then sometimes it's just one, and that's all it needs.
Yeah. Well, I have been dying to do some readings on these. Oh, and I almost forgot the most important deck I got was for y'all that watch Lady G. She's you see her every Saturday night on Hogarth's channel for Hoglada, whatever they call themselves. She did her very own deck that you can purchase directly from her. And they're little bitty cards you can see, but they're really cool. And there's no writing, no words, no guide. No, it's strictly go with your intuition on
Intuition.
it. And so,
So, Rose, for you,
all
I
right.
got here and now. So, for here and now is being more present in, because looking at the other cards here, um, because the card that I got next from my color deck is anxiety. So, I'm feeling like, in with my Healing Light Lenormand deck by Chris Butler, I have the female and she's looking towards the past. So right now I'm feeling like you have a lot of anxiety about things that might have gone on in the past, and this could also lead into the future as well. So, and the card. So what the card is saying here is try to be present, be here and now. Um, yeah, see past, future. So just being in the moment, being present. Um, and I love the egg because the eggs represent, and we're coming up with Easter. We just had Ostara. So the egg is a very powerful symbol at this time of year for new beginnings, um, new projects, new ideas. So it's basically it's a rebirth. That's what the eggs represent: abundance, fertility. So right now, and the little flag up there says "You are here." That's cute. So try to be more present in the moment. And with the anxiety, I have anxiety myself, and I do take medication. I do, have doctors and groups that I go to. They're great supports. Um, so, YouTube, this is just me talking from personal experience. Of course, see a doctor, see a professional. Um, but, Rose, some of the things that I do with anxiety is just when you start feeling those feelings, for me what I like to do, take deep breaths, try to sit with the feeling for a moment, um, give it respect, give it honor, acknowledge that it has importance. Well, I give it I yeah, because I'm trying to watch the YouTube thing with giving advice, but I already gave my disclaimer. um, but just learning how to be in your emotions briefly, to feel them, to honor them, kind of see maybe what's causing it. And even if you can't figure that out, just know that it will pass. And for me and my recommendation, there's such a stigma around mental health, um, that a lot of people, are afraid to go talk to somebody, whether it's a counselor or it could be, if you are with church, going and speaking to maybe somebody at your church or your synagogue, or there's also wonderful peer programs that are offered that you don't have to pay at all. They are nonprofits that are sponsored. We have several, Western New York Independent Living, where you can go in and you talk to a peer who is a person who has a disability, or that may include a mental health, or they're just people who have been in the same place that you have been, and they've
Yeah.
been trained to kind of sit down and talk one on one. So right now, try to not look so much towards the past or the future, and just try to be more in the moment and do things that make you happy, that might take your mind out of it: the meditation, the deep breathing, um, creative writing, journaling, picking up a color pencil, getting an adult coloring book, something that can help bring that stress level down, and get you more into a more grounded, stable place. But you can do it. Just be
Absolutely.
present. There's your little rah rah flag right there. So um, you've got it. You can do this.
All right. In the meantime, Shockwave, let me just pop this up real quick. A major tornado has hit Rolling Stone, Mississippi,
Oh
an hour
boy.
ago. So just
Oh
y'all
boy.
say a little prayer for
Yeah.
those. I don't even know where that's at in Mississippi. I don't recognize the name, but okay, Rose, I pulled for you from the Oracle of Seven Energies. I pulled Earth Magic.
Hmm.
And as Heather was talking to you about her card, I'm like, what are you reading my book? Because this is saying, trust that the seeds you've planted in your field of dreams are in good hands. Um, Divine source of love that is doing its part on your behalf. Slow down, take in the beauty of your life, and trust that what you are intending is being nourished and is growing. That's what came from that one. And then I pulled one from the Rose Oracle called After the Rain. And it says,
Oh, I love that.
relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance.
Hmm.
And that's so it that goes hand in glove with what Heather was getting. So
And crying is okay. Crying is a natural
absolutely.
state of being human. And so if the tears need to fall, let them fall, feel them, honor them. Our emotions, our experience is a gift from whoever we see our creator, even when the times are tough. We're given the tools to get through our life's lessons, and crying is such a beautiful way to just release and let go. And sometimes for me, after a good cry, I take a nice nap with my fur babies, and I wake up and I tend to feel better. And I love this, an uplifting card, and that the collective can resonate with too. So I love that.
Yeah, Sylvia is very into
Sylvia. I'm sorry, Sylvia. There are
collective.
so many new people. When I was sick, I just disconnected from everybody and everything till I was better. And so trying to
I
relearn
get names
names.
mixed up all the time.
Yeah.
So if I call you the wrong name, it's not because I'm being rude or anything. It's because my brain just doesn't work right all the time. Um, and Sylvia said she would like a naughty card. So
Ooh. Oh
uh,
wow. Nice. Oh.
go ahead and go if you're ready.
Yeah, I really think that
I'm still
Sylvia's right.
shuffling.
This is going to be for everybody. I pulled out and I wasn't even going to use this deck. I pulled it out to show um, Sherry that I had the same deck that she was in the process of ordering. This is the Work Your Light,
Yeah, it
Lorena
just hasn't
Campbell,
come in
who
yet.
does the Rose Oracle, and she also does the Star Seed Tarot. So if you're really into star seeds and connecting with the ET
I
realms,
started to get that one, and then I got the rose one instead.
I love the rose one my best. So for Sylvia and everybody, I got Akasha. Too bad Ivana's not here. Um, your guidance is divinely, your guidance is divinely guided. So the Akashic records, where we go, our souls' blueprints, our stories. Um, we all have access to it, and I think it might have been Ivana that was saying it because I've been learning a lot more about. It was like I met, Ivana brought up Akashic and the tablets one night during one of our, I think our new or full moon readings. And then next thing I know, out of the blue, Shan says, I want to learn about the Emerald tablets. I'm like, what? And then it's just like all these shows and things are coming up with the Akashic records. And then with Scott Allen tapping into the Akashic and he do so it's just
Well, and when she brought it up in our sisters of the mystical tarot on
yeah.
Wednesday, and she of course talked about the emerald tablets, and I
Hmm.
told her then online, I said, Heather was just telling me you're the one I need to talk to about that because I
So
had questions about it. So,
here's another one. I think for all of us too, the Akasha, just knowing that we can tap into our records, our spiritual records, our library, and how do we do that? Beautiful with the Council of Light. So we have
ooh, I like that.
Mother Mary, we have Jesus in there, we have Buddha, different ascended masters, and it says divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So start connecting into our akasha, into our records, developing our abilities. um, I'm hearing reconnecting with our soul, what makes our soul happy, our purpose. And sometimes when I try not to use the word purpose because that causes a lot of anxiety for some people. What's my purpose? They think it has to be something that's big and grand, whereas it could just be, your purpose is just being here to experience
Sometimes my
life.
purpose is just to get my ass out of bed in the morning and walk across the room.
And when you tap into that Akasha and you're asking the help from your ascended masters or higher powers and spirit guides, this is the perfect third card, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, and deep healing will occur. So right now, tapping into the Akasha, asking your spirit guides to help you, and that way they will show you how to do that deep healing. And a lot of us need that now, going through all the changes that are going on in the world. So it's going through not just Mama Gaia herself, but all of us spiritually on a collective. And two, we keep forgetting that we're not the only, you know, beings, on Earth. There are other systems and galaxies that have. So what we do ripples out to other races, other universes. It's hard to kind of
Oh,
wrap your
yeah.
brain around, but we all do affect one another. So by doing that, we all can help heal each other on that cellular level. And I just gotta love that it's we got the cat here for Bastet, the
And
goddess
again,
of
it's like
kitty cats.
it's like our spirit guides are in simpatico tonight because I've
I like what
told
Sylvia said. My purpose is to have a nice cup of morning coffee. For me, it's tea.
and the bathroom's empty when I wake up because that's the first place I go. Um,
I
okay,
hope
I've
that
told
resonated
for
with you, Sylvia.
you, healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften.
There you go. There's the healing, the deep cellular healing.
That's that deep healing. And for your naughty card,
Uh oh.
says the wine is helping. Fresh out of fucks and embracing inner peace. So do that.
Try to do that here. Let me tell you. Uh,
And don't kill anybody in the process.
yeah. I swear to
Okay.
God, there was a brawl this morning. That was just so noisy. Whew.
Amy is next. May I
Amy
have a
hoping.
card, please? Of course you can.
Ooh, I'm getting called to my color deck,
Let's
which I
see.
should probably show everybody the cards that I'm using. So I'm using my Prism Oracle. I'm trying to bring my art and my color
There you go.
to.
Actually, Amy, my dear, I'm going to switch to the deck that you gave me. She gave me Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish. And this is really a cool deck. I
I
haven't
think I
really
just dropped a card.
had an opportunity to use it yet, so
Now you do.
now I do.
I could have sworn a card just fell. That was weird. Okay.
And I still plan on doing flip throughs on all these new decks I got. But I got
Yeah, I'm
two more
looking.
coming in, and I figured I'll wait for all of them to get here, and then I could just like take one afternoon and just sit down and do one deck after another.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what Lady G's deck looks like.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm gonna pull some from that in a minute.
Ooh, oh, ooh. Boy, Amy, that card flew out. Oh my God.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not pulling from this deck. It's leaping out at me.
Okay, I'm almost set. If you want me to go ahead.
You can go if you want.
So, Amy, you need to find what makes you happy and do that. Okay. We know that you've been under a lot of stress, a lot of stuff going on at home, and your plans for trying to relocate and everything. Believe me, I get it. And so, try to find things that bring you joy, bring you happiness. And I love the next card because it's the blue, blue trust, knowing in your heart, and knowing, with your intuition, because of this beautiful purplish blue color, connecting to your spirit guides, your higher self, having trust in your heart, knowing that your prayers are going to be answered. Because right now, I also got the anxiety card for you. You're feeling a lot of anxiety. So to release this anxiety, to help get it under control, find the small things that make you happy, makes your heart happy, and trust and know that, um, everything is going to work out. But you need to get yourself into a good state of mind to keep yourself there. And to do that, you have to find and do things that bring you happiness and joy in your heart. So I'm just going to leave it at there because I know that resonates.
Yep. All right. I pull for you. Shallow grave. You miss someone. And it talks about holding on to the past, idealizing the past, refusing or not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with someone, a friend, a relative, a lover, whatever. Um, that it's time to let the mourning be done and to let go and to move on. It's time to just move on with it, put it to rest, and go forward with your life. And okay, and you also wanted a naughty card.
Uh oh.
I forgot to shuffle those, so give me half a second here.
So Amy's in that kind of mood tonight.
Yeah.
They're like, hell yeah, it's Friday.
Okay, it says, slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
Take a hint from a sloth. I
Oh.
love sloths. They're so cute. Just chill. Let it go and chill. And no, I'm not going to sing for you, so that ain't going to happen.
Oh, the song
Okay.
from Frozen. Let it go.
Yeah, next up is Jess. Yeah.
Hmm.
I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody.
So Jessry is our next one
Yes,
on your
ma'am.
list. Okay.
Can I please get a message from my spirit guides? Please and thank you.
Whoa. Okay.
Of course you can.
Okay. If you hear, weird noises in my room, that's the cat tweaking. Sometimes this late at night, he starts tweaking and he starts running back and forth and going, "Burp, burp," and then dashing in and about.
Sorry,
So,
guys. I was kind of skimming back, make sure I hadn't missed anybody. Let's see. I'm feeling this one. I am feeling this one. You're welcome,
ooh,
Amy. Hopefully that resonated with you. It seems like it is. She says, I know exactly what you're talking about.
No. Okay, so Jezree, I got this card, flipped out when I was shuffling. Fork in the road. So you feel like you're at a place right now, where you're kind of like, okay, now what? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? And the cards are saying, your guys are saying that you have a deep knowing, that you have that wisdom, because the owl is the owl. The owl is the animal of wisdom, not bad omens like a lot of people. And there, of course, is the moon. So that deep knowing, and because this is the moon and with the owl, I think you might be getting messages in your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Um, that may be what your guides are trying to get to the messages to you to help you. And then I don't do reversals, but for some reason, by the book came out in reversed. And so what I'm going to do is, because I don't do typically do reversals, I'm actually going to grab Colette's book and I'm going to read that position, because apparently it's that needs to get across. There's a specific message
There's a
that,
message in there for you.
yeah, that, just give me a second here. So it's in what, and when it's reversed, she refers to as the protection um, position. So right now it says, challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress, which might be what's causing the fork in the road. Um, Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. So, thinking outside of the box, taking this idea. So, yeah, like by the book, instead of going by the book, kind of turn that book upside down and say, or how can I do this differently? It says here also, I'm looking for keywords, phrases to pop out. Um, it could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. Um, Now is the time for a real change in consciousness, as you are incited to revolt. So, yeah, it's like, instead of following the leader, it's you're at this okay, so this is what I'm getting. You're kind of at a fork in the road, whether this is at work, this might be has to do with spiritual beliefs, something that you are no longer willing, you don't feel like you can keep following what everybody else is doing. It just doesn't feel like that's part of you, it's part of what you are supposed to do. It's not who you are, it's not your authentic self. And to be able to get that guidance, pay attention to your dreams, watch for symbolism in your dreams. There's guides can help you, you have to ask them, but pay attention to your dreams. It will give you an idea, or it'll give you insight into what it is, um, that you need to break that, cycle. Okay, to break that cycle, to break that pattern, taking, how they're all walking in one way, you're at the fork of the road. Do I keep following these guys, or do I go on my own? And so pay attention to your dreams. And also, you do have that deep knowing already. They're saying on a very subconscious level, or even on a deep knowing, you already know what the answer is and what you want to do and what you need to do. And I'll end there.
All
Do you have
right.
something to drink there? Because you're sounding okay.
Yep.
Sip, sip.
Okay. Yep. Sip, sip. Take a sip.
My
Take a sip.
turn.
I started with Genghis cards, and first I got three keys, locking away a memory. But then I got a woman of means, so it could be somebody that I see it as an older woman, maybe someone that you're kind of looking up to. And for whatever reason, the feelings with that, you've got it locked away behind with those keys. And then I'm getting growth, natural nature, um, getting out in nature, getting out so that your senses can open up and you can discern better with what's going on in your life. And the oracle that I had pulled for you is called A Tall Tale.
Mm.
And basically, what it's saying is today ask for the truth. Be willing to pay the price and be okay with the vulnerability your lie is exposing in yourself and others. Transparency is required to get to where you need to go to be truly empowered, to reveal the strength of what is true and authentic. Any other path leads to a dead end. I think that's part of what,
Mm.
especially this one, seems to be saying to me is when
Kind
you
of like a
open up
family
to
tree.
that nature, yeah, family tree, just the growth and just being out in the sun and allowing that sunlight to come in and disinfect and to take away what's undercover because you need bright sunlight to grow big and strong like this. And bright sunlight is going to disinfect. It's gonna take away the shadows, bring it all out in the open. And
It's
so that's
beautiful.
what I'm getting is look for the truth, find the truth, and then embrace it.
She
Even
says it
though it
reminds her of her grandma. Her grandma passed away.
now see
And
there
then when you
that
pulled out the tree, I was thinking family tree, grandma,
family
that
tree.
really
Yep,
cool lady in the picture. Yep.
that's actually a picture of Ganga.
That's what I was going to ask you. That looked a lot like Inga. I
Yep,
was wondering if that was like her or a sister or somebody in her
that was
family.
actually her. Yeah.
Badass. I love how she dresses. I love how she just,
Oh
she
well,
gets
we're
strong at her age.
she's getting ready to have surgery done. Um,
Okay. Wow.
through the VA because she's a veteran.
I
She
did not
served.
know that.
She is a veteran. She
Man,
served
I
our
got to reach
country,
out to her.
and so she gets her medical care through the VA, and they're getting ready to do a uh, it's something to do with the thyroid in the lymph node, some kind of surgery,
Oh, yeah.
uh, a thyroidectomy or something like that. Lymph, I don't know. Anyway, she's getting ready to have surgery, and
So we can all send her a
she's
lot
read
of
on it.
love and healing
A bunch
light.
of us have read on it. We all see flying colors, no problem. And she was talking about she had just gotten some new caftans in, and she was talking about somebody had said something about her wearing a caftan, and she said I wear them all the time because they're so comfortable.
I
And
got to
so
get
I
me one
made
now.
a comment in the comment section of the video that she had done on that. And I said, "Oh, I love caftans. I'm plan on going shopping this weekend for some new caftans because
Or if Walmart's
the
got
one
them.
I have, huh? Yeah,
Or if
they're hard to
Walmart
find
carries
at
them.
Walmart. They do, but you have to order them online. They
Um,
don't have them in the stores. Um, so I was like, yeah. I said,
oh, you're welcome, Jisri.
I said, my caftan is all beat up and old, and I need to get some new ones. And then a couple of days later, she had done another video, and at the end of the video, she said, "Oh, and by the way, Sherry H, Voices from the Swamp, she likes caftans too. So when I completely recover, we're gonna do a show where two caftans meet online." And I thought, oh my God, that's perfect. So I've got it clipped, the little section she talked about it, and I'm gonna pull it and I'm gonna put it all together and do a little video with it. And
Oh, that's cute.
we're gonna. I told her, I said, well, now I definitely have to buy a new caftan, just so I can meet your standards because you have such pretty ones. I said, so I got to get a new one.
That's where I
And
started shuffling, and that flipped out. That book, that card again.
buy the book. Okay,
Or buy the
and
book.
we
Buy the
just
book.
did. We just did Jess.
Yeah.
Next up is Plucky.
Whoa.
Plucky, Plucky, Plucky.
Ooh, okay.
Man,
Plucky
I
fits the Lenormand.
A caftan is like a moo big loose. It's like a
I think I had one last summer, but
yeah. It's like a
didn't
moo. It's
fit.
like wearing a big moo, just a big loose dress like thing that a lot of women wear. Loungers. They've also been called loungers. Something
Yeah,
that you wear around the house. You could get really fancy schmancy ones that you could wear like to a party or something if you're having a house party.
I should find an
Um,
inexpensive one so I'm sitting at the easel or at my drawing table and I get the schmuck all over my, you know, I can just, oh, okay. It'll be my little art caftan. Remember the little smocks we used to wear when we were young kids in school when we go into art class? We would all get our little smocks and put our little smocks on. And those were the days.
that's it. But I love wearing caftans. They're so comfortable. And unfortunately, I'm down to just one now. The others have fallen apart. That's how much I wear them. I wear them till they fall apart. And I've only got one left, and it's on the verge. So I was just thinking the other day, I need to go look online and find me a couple and order them. And that's when all the stuff with Ganga came out, admiring one another's caftans. And
Oh, that's nice.
she's such a sweet lady. So y'all remember to keep her in your prayers for
Yeah.
her surgery to go flying colors, no problems.
That the doctors are, divinely guided and safely guided
That's it.
and the outcomes for the highest good.
You ready, or you want me to go?
Go ahead because I pull a deck out that I haven't used in a while and I just
Okay,
want to kind of get his impression on a couple of these
gotcha,
cards.
gotcha. All right, I used the Rose Oracle, and I got the Wastelands. Sustainability, slow down. Tend to your garden. It's springtime. It's time to tend our gardens, get new growth going. That always, even though I tend to kill plants, I don't know why, I just do. Um, that's something for us to look forward to in the spring. I love walking around and seeing everybody's flowers blooming
Oh
everywhere.
my
And
God, yes. Smell the trees.
Lucky, didn't you say you wanted a
A
naughty
naughty
card?
card, too.
This one, she said she wanted a naughty card. Okay.
So let's see here.
Okay, and it says, and breathe the fuck in, and chill the fuck out. Breathe it in and chill it out. So,
Oh, breathe in for three or four, hold, slowly release for three and four, and just, I love that because the minute I start doing that, man, I'm grounded. Especially when the emotions are,
oh
you know.
yes, very much so. Very much so.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. So, Plucky, nice to meet you. I don't think I've met you before. Where's my box? I am using the Healing Light Lenormand by Christopher Butler, who has actually been on Gerald's channel and Ben's discussing his decks, and he just came out with I think another new Lenormand deck. So very talented
Oh,
artist. So I'm
who is
getting
that?
really nice cards here, huh?
Who is that?
Chris Butler.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking. I'm going to show the last card first. It's a building, a house, a home. Um, so I don't know if you're in the process of looking for a home or if well, there's a home, apartment. Um, I'm waiting for just house, apartment, um, or waiting for. There's something to do with a property. Excuse me, I'm getting dry too because the first two cards I got are actually really wonderful. I got the star card, which is the stars are guiding you forward. And this is a good luck card. And then, of course, I got the green leaf clover, which is another card of good luck, prosperity, abundance, finances. And also in another deck, the clover is also good with like purity because they also have white flowers on some of them. So a purity, a like a guide, kind of like another guiding light, the white light. And then the last card was the building. So I'm not sure if you're looking to buy a home, you're looking for a home, and there is like I see that it's going to happen, or this could also pertain to you moving forward and wanting to go to possibly a school or a place to learn. Um, and you're being divinely guided, but it's a very positive read. Luck is basically on your side, and you're being guided, by the stars, by your guides. And I'm just looking to see here. I bought a home this time last year. Oh, okay. I'm in the process of cleaning my home. Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second. Let me pull. Um, well, I'm showing that you were divinely guided um, to this home. You had prosperity, luck, not necessarily luck, but it's like a lucky card, but it was meant to be. I see the house. Here, let me just see if I can shuffle, um, and just maybe see if there's a specific message about the house with the cleaning. Um, I'm in the process of remodeling it. But whatever it is, here, let me see. Okay, now I got a guide card. I'm not sure if you are currently in a relationship or you are single, but there's something to do with either a actual male figure. This could be a romantic partnership. It could be, a partner in. Are you thinking of doing a bed and breakfast?
Ooh.
Because I'm wondering if you are looking for a business. This could be possibly, I don't know why, I'm just going, but I'm trying to learn how to trust myself. So I was getting something like a business partner, and then I felt like the word bed and breakfast jumped in my head,
Night,
and it doesn't.
Sylvia.
Oh, night,
Sorry,
Sylvia.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're okay. So sometimes with the gender cards, it could be that they are a specific gender, or it could be a person that has that's very much in touch with their masculine side, the very strong, the very practical, certain ways of thinking. But I'm just feeling like there's some sort of male partnership coming in.
No
So
B&B. I can't cook and have no room.
okay, well, I it was weird, but there's something to do with some sort of male.
Oh, hi, J Cat Lady. I was born in Lake Charles.
Okay, I pulled two more cards. So Plucky, just really quick. Okay, male card. I got the fox, which is um watch out, like the fox in the hen house. Even though foxes are beautiful, they're also very cunning. They're also very sly. And I also got the moon card, which things could be hidden. Things might be being brought to light. So just be awares in connection with cleaning house, maybe renovating or something. Just be aware of a male or of a person with strong masculine like qualities, um, that they may not quite have your interest. So just make yourself awares, and I'll end that there. But congratulations on your new home.
Yeah,
I hope
very
you have
much
a new
so.
one next year.
Did I read for Lucky?
No,
Okay, I didn't think so, but I was like, I went blank.
or did it? No, you did,
I
because
did
I
read
was,
for her.
yeah,
That's
because I
okay.
was taking a while to look at some of those cards.
Yeah, because I was looking at the chat and then I forgot what I had done because I saw J Cat Lady talking about going to Lake Charles. And I was like, I was born in Lake Charles, and I live roughly 45 minutes from there, so it's just down the road. Okay, Shockwave would
How
like
many
a
more do we
card,
have? Okay.
please.
How many more do we have after this? This is going on
Um.
midnight my time.
Oh yeah, we got Shockwave, we got Arwen the Gray, Allison, and Tammy, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
So very doable.
Yes. Alrighty.
We just have
Shockwave.
to
Okay.
monitor our
Yeah, sometimes I
ability to go on and on and on.
yeah.
I'm terrible about that.
It's like, okay, Heather, you already gave the cards message. Why do you have to keep repeat and almost, I'm trying not to make it like a wham bam thank you, ma'am. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Oh, okay. That card.
What Shockwave said. Shockwave, you said you wanted a. You're welcome, Plucky. Good night, Rose. Have a good night.
Yes, good night,
Good night,
Rose.
Sylvia. Okay, Shockwave. I'm pulling for you, so um I pulled for you held. Just says held. It says on here sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. So this is just spirit reminding you that you've got support right here in our community. All you have to do is let people know that you need your hand held, or you need a hug, or you need a thought, or a prayer, or whatever it is that you're dealing with. This is telling you the community is there for you. We're there to hold you in our arms when you need to be held, which is a beautiful message when you stop and think about it. A very reassuring message. And then I pulled, he was frank with me. Make me one with everything. Little play on words there.
Bump ba bump.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember people putting lettuce and tomatoes with a damn hot dog. The mustard, yes, I could see, but
Oh, you
not.
wouldn't want to know what I would put on mine. Because I never like
Well, I had
condiments.
other thoughts, but I figured I'd censor myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Woo.
the funniest thing I ever saw was when I first moved to Phoenix. I nearly drove off the road into a ditch when I saw a little restaurant that was there in Phoenix, and the name of the restaurant was Long Dong Dogs, hot dogs or something like that. And it's a little like hamburger hot dog stand place, but the guy was Chinese, and his name was Dong, and so he put
Oh my
Long
goodness.
Dong hot dogs, and just I nearly wrecked the car the first time I saw that. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god. So
Yeah. Okay, really quick, cat lady. We have been on for quite some time, so we
yeah, an
won't get
hour
after
and
all
a
your
half now.
questions, but always next time. Were you done with your cards for
I'm done. I'm
Shockwave?
done. I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. So, this is just really very clear, and it's interesting because the first two cards both equal to six. The first card I got, I'm not sure what your question in mind was that you had when asked, but I have it's not for you. So right now, there's whatever you have that's going on, whether it's a job you're applying for or wanting to move, or so it's just, or this could be a relationship as well. Um,
There's something
whatever,
better coming.
whatever it is, exactly. Because I also got the card chop wood, which is number 42, and 42 is six, and so chop wood basically means, um, yes, you have dreams, but they need to be set aside because you have to do basic things, daily things, to be able to achieve what it is that you want. Like Sherry said, being patient when the waiting for when the time is right for you. And the last card, and when you do that, things will then naturally fall into place. Because I did get Treasure Island, and there's that beautiful turtle swimming, and it's got a beautiful chest open, and it's full of gold, it's full of hearts, prosperity. So right now, try not so hard, just to do go day by day. Just do what it is that you need to do, um, as in, whatever you're working towards. um, do the little tasks, the little daily things that can help you. Like if it was, trying to find a job. Okay, you really want this one job. It may not be the one for you, but what do? You keep looking online, you keep checking the newspapers, just going day by day, and just, wait till when it's the right time, it will present itself to you, and it will be successful. So I hope that resonated in some way.
Very good. All right. Next up is Arwen the Gray. A message from his angels.
I hope Shockwave was still here. Sometimes I forget to ask if they're still here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, which one do I want to use for R1? Actually, I'm going to grab a different deck for R1. It's funny. I was going to initially bring this deck tonight, and I thought, no, I'm not going to use that deck. I'm going to use these. Guess which one I just had to go over and get? That deck. So this
All
is
right,
what's
Arwen.
official.
I pull from you, for you, the bud. And that says potential, promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. So whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're dealing with, spirit is letting you know, keep on trucking, baby. It's going. It's doing. Don't it's just starting to bud. It takes a little time. And then I pulled a naughty card for you. It says show up and then throw it down. Don't phone it in. So whatever it is you're dealing with, deal with it in person. And that's what spirit's telling you.
Okay. Well, I ended up grabbing my Sacred Forest Oracle deck by Denise Lynn, and first card I got out was the Maple Spirit, the Maple Tree, Generosity, Starry Night, which is acceptance, Aspen Spirit, which is courage. And then the bottom of the deck, I also got Meandering Pathway and with Flow. So what I'm getting feeling from this is that the generosity. Don't be afraid to ask spirit for help. Also, don't be afraid to ask people that you know that you can trust for help as well. But I'm feeling like this is your angels are saying, do not be afraid to ask for help. It shows that you're a very generous person, and that it's important to remember that we are we must be able to accept things back to us. We give so much that we need to learn how to receive. So when people offer you their generosity in return, to make sure to accept it. And this is also feeling for your guides, your angels, is that acceptance from them. Remember to asking them for help. Look for the guidance. Um, Ask them; they will show it to you, like the card with the deep knowing. Pay attention to your dreams, and whatever it is that you may be wanting to do or contemplating, or whatever's in your current situation, takes courage. and I love your castle. But you are the queen of your castle. You that beautiful light is like the light of spirit shining through, and says have courage, and then everything will flow as it's meant to be, and not you. And that meandering pathway, sometimes it's not always straight. Sometimes we have to take the little turns and the little bends, but eventually it takes us to where we're supposed to go. So not to have fear, to keep being strong. Remember to be able to ask for help and accept it when it's offered, and know that your angels and guides are with you as well. All you have to do is ask them, and they'll be there for you. So I hope that resonates. And I see she says trying to open up. Okay.
Very good. All
I
right.
love these
Next up
cards.
is Allison.
Did you read for Arwen?
Yeah, I read from
Oh
first.
my god, I'm backwards.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to like. Okay, I can't keep up anymore.
Oh, you're welcome. Allison, the Sacred Forest or the Wisdom of the Oracle? I'm being pulled to both, or do you want a card from each one? Hopefully Allison's still here. Ladies, you see me ever entertaining another love. Yeah, it's hard for us to read on ourselves. Well, I'll just go ahead and just pull from each one.
All right. Well, I pulled from my Shadows and Lights Oracle, and I pulled Strangely Lonely, holding on way too tight. And basically, what that's telling is that living in a world that you feel you must protect is that you fear other people intruding in it and disturbing the delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever it is you have or whatever you feel makes you you. And the truth is, your inner world is richer than most, and it is an imaginative paradise, depending on your state of mind. Um, it's telling you to let go a little bit, let go of some of that control, let go and let the person that is meant to be with you, let them finish preparing so that when they do show up, you'll know right away this is the one for me. But you don't want them if they're not ready yet because that's just a mess and you don't need to fix anybody else. So I really feel like spirit's just saying just be you, continue to put out the love that you put out every day. Don't change who you are because you're perfect just the way you are. And you're funny and you're smart and you're pretty and you're very encouraging to other people. And I consider it an honor that I've gotten to know you and feel like I can be
Oh,
that we're friends now. And and I just really feel like spirit's just saying the right person is there. They're just not ready for you yet. So you have to give them a little bit more time, let them kind of get their shit together, so to speak, so that they're perfect for you when they do show up. And if you would like, I can do a naughty card for you. And let's see what that has to say. And then we only have one more left after this. And okay, it says, who needs to give one when you can release them all? It says, take a deep breath and let your fucks go. Turn them loose, let them fly in the air. You don't need them anymore. I'm
oh,
done.
okay. Sorry, I'm like
You were like me earlier, zoning out
Okay, so
because it's
Allison,
getting late for you. Yeah, it's like midnight now. So
yeah, Allison, I got Frog Spirit, which is renewal. And this period that you're going through is a period of self renewal. You are enjoying your independence. It's been a time of learning new things about yourself, reconnecting to who you are, um, exploring things that you weren't able to explore, um, whether it be projects, hobbies, talents. You've had a freedom for, I saw you said, like the last 6 years. Um, and so this time, and it's kind of cute how she's like, the frog prince, kind of reaching forward. But which is nice because I do feel that there is going to be somebody, and it's interesting because the next card I got was activation. So I feel like you've already put the intent out there. I got the spirit guardian of spring, and I love the swan because swans are also animals that represent transformation. Swans are also very fierce. They're very protective, especially the females with their babes. So, and I love that maypole, during, Beltane, dancing the maypole. That was, a pagan celebration of sexuality. It's, the pole, the male phallus going into the earth, Mother Earth, and impregnating her. So you have this beautiful celebration of um, creating and putting into creation and manifesting. So it's basically the seed has been planted, it's
that's a
been
really cool thing.
activated, and the last two cards, because I ended up getting four cards. I got the Rainbow Waterfall, which is again butterflies, more transformation, rainbow, the rainbow bridge. Your prayers are coming. It's called miracles. So your prayers have been heard. Your prayers will be answered. That beautiful waterfall is going to come flowing into your life. And the last one again, spring. So that's two spring cards. Spring six, yeah, secret spring, success. So, but what I too like about this is also um, the secret spring, that secret well within yourself, your emotions, your intuition. You're going to know who this person is when you meet them. You're going to have that beautiful inner intuitive knowing. Um, and I love it has that very feel of the Avalon with the boat going into Avalon. So yeah, lots of greens, all these beautiful greens in these cards. The transformation, of course, too with the frog too is transformation because she kissed the frog and he turned into her prince. So, you know, the seed's been planted. It's out there, and it's taken this long so that you could reconnect with yourself and find out what it is that you love about yourself, what you want to explore, and what you wanted to rediscover.
All
You
right. I
too.
hope that resonated with you, Allison. Okay. Last but not least,
Miss Tammy.
Tammy. You're welcome, Allison. She said thank you to both of
Yes.
us.
Yes. Mwah. Well, that flew right out. Doesn't help that I have the fan on, but it's just, I'm here.
All right. If you want, I can go ahead and go if you're
Yeah,
still
go
pulling.
ahead.
Okay. Something told me to go to Moonology. So I pulled the waxing crescent moon. It says, have faith in your dreams, which I think is very relevant to today. And then I pulled from the Rose Oracle, Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries learning and teaching. So that's a cool picture.
Hmm.
And then, of course, your naughty card. But yeah,
Oh, when I looked up, I thought it said "fuck you."
dance
Woo!
in the
Yeah,
storm.
we don't want to
Don't
say that.
let it bother you. Dance. Like that song from,
I got the
oh
Lady Gaga
crap,
song. Dance, dance. Oh, David
country
Bowie.
music star, the singer,
Who?
uh, country music singer. I can't think of her name.
Oh, I
Uh,
don't.
uh,
No.
just dance or something dance. Uh, something like it's a beautiful song. It's like she's singing to her daughter to just dance.
Oh, there was that one. Oh, oh,
It's a
yes, I
beautiful,
know.
beautiful song. Yeah,
Don't forget to dance. Yeah. Not
something like
was it
that.
Faith
Yeah.
Hill? No, it wasn't Faith Hill,
No, it
but
wasn't Faith Hill, and it wasn't Martina McBride. It was. Jesus, I
oh,
can't remember her name now to save
yeah,
my
because I
soul.
don't listen to country a little bit here and there, but
Yeah,
um,
during
yeah,
a
don't
phase of
forget
my
to
life when
dance.
I was listening to a lot of country is when that song came out,
Gotcha.
and so I mean I can close my eyes and see her singing it. You know, it's a beautiful song with a beautiful
Oh,
message.
okay. So, Tammy, I got okay. So I don't know if this is in the process or if you're waiting for this to occur, but the cards I got were peace, flexible, and mending. So I feel like this is a relationship, possibly, or it could be also a reminder for ourselves because we need to make sure that we keep a very healthy, positive relationship within ourselves as well. No, stay down. So I'm wondering if at this moment you are experiencing peace because you were flexible enough to be able to come together with this other individual and mend a relationship, or you are in the process of or waiting for the opportunity to mend a relationship. Um, and if you're waiting, it feels like there's going to be some flexibility, you know, different points of view, different ideas of what the past, what was said. Sometimes these days now, like Sherry and I were talking about earlier, political differences, tearing relationships apart, religious, anything that, whatever was the cause of a separation or disagreement, um, is going to take some flexibility. Um, and, but when it does and that mending takes place, there's going to be a lot of peace,
Night,
you know,
Allison.
brought within you. Night, Allie. So, I hope that resonates. Sometimes I like when it's a specific question because then I kind of know which avenue to go down with the cards. And then there are times when it's just like a general is better. So for me right now, I just feel like there's some sort of relationship um, that needs to be mended or is in the process of mending. Okay, point on. Okay, thank you, Tammy. And, just it's going to take some flexibility, you know, but it's going to bring peace. There's going to be like the peace branch, the olive branch is being, handed because that's what the dove has. It has like a little olive branch, so it's an offer of peace, So,
Very good. Well, we're done. We got them all
woo, 2 hours. We
under two
almost.
hours. Of course, if we hadn't spent the first 45 minutes just
Oh well, that
shooting
was
the
still fun
bull.
too. Nope, it's wonderful talking about our fur babies. I
It
love
was.
that.
It was fun. We were talking and sharing, and everybody was having a good
Yeah,
time.
showing our pet pictures and
That's it.
sharing our,
That's it.
fur baby stories.
And
Mine's getting annoyed with me because he can't understand why mommy's not in bed. He keeps coming
we're
in here
paying
looking
any
at
attention
me.
to them whatsoever. Thank you, everybody, for
Oh, you're
joining us
welcome.
tonight and for allowing us to read for you.
Yes.
And
And thank you for inviting me,
for
Sherry.
you're welcome. You're
It
welcome. I
was
just
nice.
something told me the other night, Buzz Hazard, see what she's doing. And
Brought up my mood.
I know you're taking baby steps coming back out into it.
Yeah.
So um that's
Got
why
through, did too much and all at once and kind of, you know.
yeah, yeah. We my Easter egg nail colors.
Oh,
It's a
I
little
just noticed after all this time. That's so cute.
I have yeah, the blue, the yellow, the lavender, the pink, and the green. I was somewhere the other day and
Oh,
some man was like, I love your nails. Who did your nails? And I said, I did them myself. And he's like, you have all those colors? I said, I have a basket full of colors. And then I decided, oh, basket, Easters, lots of colors. Let's see what we can do.
there you go. You got creative. That was
I
your
got
way
creative. That's
of
about the
being
extent of
creative.
my creativity is painting my fingernails.
Did it make you happy?
It does.
Yes. That's all that matters.
You know, that and I got my new ring came in. So it's a little heart.
Well, what kind of stone is that?
It's supposed to be a ruby.
Very nice.
And so like a little
It's a
chip of
nice
a
little
ruby. But
treat for yourself.
yeah, especially since it was free. All I had to pay was shipping.
Oh, one of those. Oh, I
Yeah,
was always
so
wondering if those were legit.
yeah, I mean it comes from
Okay.
China, so it takes a while to get here. But it was like $10 for shipping
Check it on the
for
inside
like
and
a
that little
$50
secret
ring.
microchip. You're recording all the Americans'
Oh
conversations.
well,
What's
the
going on in
Chinese
America?
would have already recorded me a long time ago. Half of our
Well, they blew down
we
our
have a bunch of
balloons. Let's
faculty that
get
are
to the right.
Chinese, so yeah.
All
No. And
righty.
I have a TikTok account, so they probably know everything they need to know about me.
Yeah.
She's just a poor woman. Leave her alone.
Yeah. I have enough dealing with Facebook and Instagram. I ain't have no patience or for
I have
every
a
time I
TikTok. I
popped on
don't
TikTok,
really
I
know
always see
what to do
stupid
with it.
stuff.
I post the show promos on it. I figured, if I draw a couple of people from there,
There you
great.
go.
That's the only thing I use it for. Sometimes I start watching them and it gets very addictive. It's like getting on Twitter and you get going and it's like you look up and
See,
it's
I
an
never
hour
got on
later.
Twitter.
Yeah.
I tried. I
So
had a problem with it. I couldn't figure. I'm like, oh, it's
I
weird. I don't know how
I
this works.
I kind of quit doing anything with Twitter since now the Orange Menace and all his
Oh,
lackeys be
jeez.
back on again. It's like okay, well,
Oh no. Yeah. Well, I
and
just ignore them.
I keep Facebook because of family. It's the only
Yep.
way to keep in touch with
Me
some of
too.
them. So
Otherwise, I don't.
yeah.
Alrighty, everybody. I am like literally
I know you're dropping,
starting
and I
to.
can feel mine. I'm dropping too because it's 11:17 here. That means it's way after midnight for you.
Yeah, and I should be on
So,
medication. So it's like, okay, time to go to
yeah,
the happy place
time
for
to
a
go to bed.
while.
I can feel my eyes starting to droop. It's like I can't get my eyes to open anymore.
And I gotta go eat something because Tangi taught me it's really important after readings, no matter what it is. She goes, even if it's some chocolate milk, she goes to get grounded, get a little bit of food, get a
I
little
was
bit of
just sitting
something
here
like
thinking
that
I
in
got some
you,
Cheerios in there. I wonder if we got milk.
and
I might go eat a
just
bowl of cereal.
have a little
I love
something something.
Cheerios. Just the plain old Cheerios with a
Cheerios
little bit of milk. I don't know if we have any
sounds
milk.
good.
God, I hope we have milk. I don't want to have
We
to go
do.
to the store this late. I don't want to have to go to the store this
Oh,
late and get milk because
oh
I want some
no.
Cheerios now. I've been thinking
Yeah.
about it. So thank y'all for
Yes.
coming. Thank you for
Yes. Thank you,
spending your Friday
everybody.
night with us and
Guys,
just to hang out, chat, and have fun.
have a safe
And
weekend,
very much so. Be safe.
and we'll see
If you're
everybody
in,
on Wednesday. Well, for
if you're
me, I'll
in,
see
if
everybody
you're in the
Wednesday.
path of where the storm is, batten down
Yes.
the hatches and be careful. And
Yeah. Be safe, saying all those prayers.
Lots of love and hugs
Yep.
to everybody.
Yep.
And I'm going to play us out here.
Oh,
So, good night.
yes. Good night.